Week 12 felt like the week of the blowout. Only 3 of the 14 games had a score differential in the single digits. Who crushed who and by how much? Let's find out together in the fastest 3 minutes in Rando. Steelers and Skins. Todd Bowles was the hardest working man in Washington. He had a sack, an interception, and recovered 2 blocked field goals. Those were the Skins' only positives. Merrill Hodge had 3 touchdown runs, and Gerald Williams registered 10 of Pittsburgh's 16 sacks as the Steelers rout the Skins 38-6. Colts and Bears enter the first half. Indy punts to Mark Green, and he could go all the way. 91 yards for a punt return touchdown. That's all Chi-Town would need. Bears de-hoof the Colts 14-0. Bucks and Falcons. Late in the first half, Mark Aircraft Carrier has a 69-yard diving tutty catch. Nobody was within 20 yards of him. Dixon, Anderson, and Carrier each scored as the Bucks get the lead and hang on 28-17. Bengals and Eagles to the third. Fred X. Barnett with a 77-yard rocket climb to give the Eagles the lead. The rest of the game was safeties and field goals. Eagles take an ugly 20-6 win. Packers and Vikings. Magic Man was spreading it around. TD passes to Haddix and Woodside, plus a pair on the ground for himself. Also on defense, Mark Stagger Lee had a scoop and score. Packers take a 45-9 scoregami. Bills and Dolphins. Late in the first, Kelly finds James Kenny Lofton for the ladder climb 51-yard touchdown. To the second, Squirmin' Thurman Thomas has this 62-yard tutty run. Andre Reed would score twice as well. Das Wunderkind could only get a pair of sacks to go up to 79 on the season. Bills circle the Dolphin tank 28-16. Broncos and Chiefs opening kickoff. Vance down by the river gets taken down for the safety. Next play from scrimmage, Jet Koye goes 46 yards for the tutty. Chiefs would take a 23-point lead and cruise to a 30-21 victory. Raiders and Seahawks. Late in the first, the special teams of Seattle score the safety. To the fourth, Raiders up 3. Chris Arrest Warren takes the punt, but it's a fumble. Ethan Horton Here's a Who goes 25 yards for the scoop and score. Both teams combined for 65 yards of offense as the Raiders take the game 14-2. Patriots and Jets. In the first, one of Grogan's heroes is Hartley Dykes, who takes this 61-yard pass in stride for the touchdown. His first of 2 on the day, the other was on the ground. Patriots ground the Jets 30-14. Giants and Cowboys. Aikman had 2 rushing TDs, and Brysolf is sad as Dallas trounces the Giants 30-14. Cardinals and Niners to the third. Phoenix punting to San Fran's Taylor, taking it to the 14, and he could go all the way. 86 yards for the second punt return tutty of the week. That would be your final. Niners shut out the Cardinals 21-0. Chargers and Saints. New Orleans spreads the ball around with tutties from Brenner and Martin through the air and Hayward on the ground. Saints make San Diego anything but super, demolishing the Chargers 28-6. Lions and Rams. Midway through the first, Jim Chris Everett to Henry Ellard, but it's off his fingers and into the hands of Benny Blades. Only the second ever deflection into an interception in Tecmo Rando Bowl history. Lions would eventually score 2 minutes later thanks to Aubrey Matthews. Late in the first half, Lions go for a 56-yard field goal, but it's blocked. Picked up by the Rams' Mike Wilcher, who ends the half with a 51-yard scoop and score. To the fourth, Kurt Warner takes a tutty on the ground to give the Rams the lead. But there's Matthews again, 59-yard quick pass, and he's gone. He had 3 TDs between the ground and the air. Everett throws a late pick to Gibson as the Lions come back and hang on 20-17. Browns and Oilers. Sergeant Slaughter had 3 tutties, while Hill, Givens, Duncan, and Jeffries each scored for Houston as the Oilers escape with a 31-23 W.